Hey guys, what is going on? DeltaBot here, and we are back with some more Titanfall 2, and this is episode 2 of the first-person shooter tutorial help series. I don't really know what to call it yet, but that's not really that important. What we're going to be going over in this video is kind of the basis for playing any video game, really, and that is remaining calm. Now, this specific gameplay doesn't really have any of these moments in it, but we've all had them where, you know, we're in position to do something really cool and then we tighten up and choke because we got too excited and die. And that happens a lot more than I'm willing to admit to me, but it happens. And it's not just those moments that are affected by you being too excited. It can also affect just your gameplay in general. If you're too excited about a game, you're trying too hard to do well, you're gonna... And one thing real quick, I don't know if there are any mods for this game, but if there are, this seems a little sketchy right here. I mean, the guy immediately snapped directly to my chest. I'm not gonna jump to any conclusions, but I don't know about that one. But this gameplay is actually a really good example of the second part. Not the, oh, I'm super excited, I can't screw up, and then you screw up thing. It's the whole, I'm especially at this point, I'm really irritated. I've died 3 times in the last 30 seconds. It's just not going well, and I'm just trying to go. And I'm not really thinking about anything. I'm just playing. And in some cases that's good, but the way I'm doing it right here is not. It's making me do dumb things, make dumb decisions, and this is when I just sort of start calming down. And when you play calm and when you play loose, if you've played sports, you hear it all the time. The looser you are, the better you'll do. And that's the basis before you can learn how to do anything else. And I know it's kind of circular logic, because in order to remain calm, you have to be confident. In order to be confident, you have to have at least some skill. But realistically, in order to be really good at anything, you have to be able to remain calm. For me, for example, I was pretty good at this game when I first started playing it. And, I mean, I could pull a 2.5, a 2.5, 3 KD. But when I started calming down and taking my time with my aim and really focusing on remaining loose, there was just a huge jump, practically overnight, when I gained confidence and stayed loose. And that guy got pegged. Whoever was behind that sniper rifle, that was a nice shot. But right here, I'm starting to sort of regain form. 10-5 is a decent score, but it can get a lot better, and it's going to. And that's not bragging or anything. That's just, like I said in my last video, anybody can do this. Anyone. And I really, really want to emphasize that. It's not some unattainable thing that only people you watch on YouTube can do. Anybody can play this game well. Really. I'm not saying that just to appeal to your, you know, ego. I really, truly do mean that. And here's another really good example of what staying calm gives you. When you're calm, even when you're getting shot at, even when you're, you know, close to dying, you're still able to think ahead. And really, thinking ahead is the most important part. That's a discussion for another video. This one is still about remaining calm. A few good ways to remain calm, especially when you're first starting, when you're not a, you know, super lightning quick player with awesome, you know, aiming and gun skill. Take things slow. Really, take it slow. Stop, listen, look, think, consider everything you do. Yes, you're probably gonna die more than if you're running and gunning. Well, okay, let me clarify that. You're probably gonna die more than if you were moving as quickly as somebody else does efficiently. But if you try running and gunning and, you know, you try to just play as fast as you possibly can without stopping and thinking, and you don't have great aim, and you don't have great movement skills, and you don't have good anticipation, you're just going to get frustrated, and it's going to be a snowball effect. So take it slow. as you slow down, you'll be able to think more. As you think more, you will be more comfortable because you'll be aware of things that are going on around you. And when you're aware of things that are going on around you, that will begin to let you calm down because you know what to expect. Maybe you won't know exactly where everyone is, or maybe you'll lose a gunfight here or there. But the more you slow down and the more you think, the better you'll be able to predict where people are coming from and think ahead and anticipate, and the better you'll be able to play. There's an old racing adage, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And you'll see that if you've been watching my gameplays of Titanfall, I've slowly sped my gameplay up because I've been able to predict where people are coming from. I'm more comfortable with the maps, and so on and so on. And that allows me to stay calmer while I'm playing faster. So that honestly is kind of the biggest thing when it comes to improving your game, because staying calm allows you to learn how to play fast. Because if you're trying to play fast but you're super tight, it's just not going to work. So try to stay as calm as possible. And another thing is, honestly, breathe. Yeah, I mean, I know that sounds weird, but if you just breathe, even though it's just a video game, you're not getting out of breath, you're not, physically exerting anything, but if you breathe more, it'll tell your body it's okay. You'll calm down naturally. So number 2 is breathing. Another really good tip is try to stay in one area. Try to stay in one area of the map for a little while, learn that area, figure out where people are going to come from, and really just try to learn how to predict people's movements. Because as you can anticipate them, you don't have to be super rushed when you're shooting. That's one thing that I think I have an advantage over most other players, is I'm really good at predicting where people are going to come from. And that's one of the reasons I like Holopilot so much, is because since I can predict where people are going to come from, I can use the Holopilot to my advantage. But again, it's the topic for another day. The moral of this story is you want to stay calm, because if you stay calm, you can play looser. If you play looser, everything will be better. Your aim, your anticipation, everything will just be better. So that is the most important thing, in my opinion, to being a good first-person shooter, or really video game player in general, is just staying calm, staying loose, and trying not to let a moment in a video game, let's be honest, it's a video game, get too important for you. Because if you do that, you're gonna fail. You're gonna lose. And I don't mean that in a mean way, I just mean it from experience. The reality is, if you build something up too much, you're gonna lose. So that is it. And like I said, I recovered big time in this game. I went from 3 and 4 to 42 and 6. And like I keep saying, anyone can do it. It is not an exclusive thing. So thank you all very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like or a dislike, depending on what you thought. Subscribe if you want more, and I will see you all in the next video. More range than the clip-fed guns, and they probably, magazine-fed guns. Basically, to people who are trying to get better, you can. Those, ridiculous level